edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with their opponents. Zane Gonzalez set and ready to get us started, and off we go now from State Farm Stadium. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Being chased out left. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play. And then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off. And he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 more yards there and another first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Caught by the tight end, Hurts. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And some room to run now. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook. And, look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Ninth play now, this drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Well, it's about teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Eagles 3. Cardinals nothing.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads him out.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. At the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray now to throw. He'll set up the screen to Drake. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Steps away. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Right? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Do what you do.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Isaiah Simmons gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. That didn't appear to be a designed safety blitz. I think he was just going off instinct.
I love the way you described that because I'm thinking along with you. I'm not sure that was designed that way, but he saw an opportunity, gambled a little bit, and made it pay off.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
4th down.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Eagles 3, Cardinals nothing.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that guy's doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Jet sweep. Here's Fitzgerald. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
Something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Throwing now is Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. He is out of bounds right around the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rolling to his left. He's going to take with it.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw again. This short throw caught by Goddard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
This offense gets legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Ask any pass rusher, and they'll tell you any quarterback who lines up every time and goes straight back in the pocket, that's who they want. But when they have to deal with a Jalen Hurts who may come at them from any angle and can get outside of the pocket and run, that's a nightmare for anybody who has to rush the quarterback. Jalen Hurts' athletic ability, almost a 4.6 runner. This guy can get outside the pocket and make plays with his legs as well as his arm.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First and 10, it's Hurts. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. Worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return, then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 17, Murray, this one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards, a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Back to throw. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Come on, guys, dig deep.
On first down, Hurts. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second down to fall back on.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Isaiah Simmons on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a strong first half out of the rookie from Oklahoma. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return, here's Edmonds. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Steps away. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Drake. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's Murray from midfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Derek Barnett coming in the play. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your back and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down. Murray out, and the pressure gets to him again.
So again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not a makeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Hurts. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Complete to Richard Rodgers.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. Rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Hurts. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion. It's very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Ridiculous. Take him out.
Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. On the move to his left. He'll run it. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. I'll tell you, if you lined up Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson for a foot race, I think Kyler Murray might just be a bit faster. And boy, was he moving there. Incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Murray. Buying time to his left. They'll try and run it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he'll set up the screen to Drake.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Murray now on first down. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Shotgun now from Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the gun, Murray. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. From the gun, Murray. Flushed up, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do something. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hold it downfield. On that play, they run successful.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodgers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. On 1st down, Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake into football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
This ball complete to Rager. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. The gun. They'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The football going back over to Arizona now. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
Defensive countdown right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
If he's the best threat on offense, he's your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his 1st catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Murray now on 1st down. Out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Getting a man over the middle, it's Williams. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Murray again. His pass caught with the 4. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So that drives 7 plays in length, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
If you know, you know. If you know about the call, put, and trap
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Another run with Sanders. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Sanders. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just the week of